Nissan Bulavinaka, everybody. My Kelevito on go. That means, hey everybody, it's my Kaylee 7 here. My Kelevito on go. And I'm on my way home again after another exciting day. And let's see what's going on with me. Well, I saw this TV show this morning, the CBS News this morning, this segment. It was about the teacher of the year, and she was an English as a second language teacher at a high school somewhere, as I don't even know where. And they invited her onto the program, so she's sitting there with them, and they asked a question. The very first question they asked her, which is the same question I get whenever I talk to anybody about what I do. I tell them I teach ESL, English as a second language, and the first thing they say is, do you speak the languages of your students? And if that is the question that you're asking, the answer is no. That's not the point. It's important for them to learn to speak English, and so we use English. And besides, you'll have upwards of 20 languages in the room, and so you can't just speak one language, one of their languages. You've got to speak the target language. Now, I do speak foreign languages. I speak French and Hindi and Fijian and a little bit of Italian and Spanish and Russian and German and Arabic. The primaries being English, French, and Fiji Hindi. But when I'm teaching my students English, I very seldom, if ever, use the native language of my students. And then the next question they always ask is, where are your students from? And a lot of folks, especially in the United States, will assume that it's got to be all Spanish-speaking people. And that is absolutely not true, where I am anyway, where I have been. I have taught in Boston, I've taught in Hawaii, and now North Carolina. And Spanish-speaking students make up only a small portion of the number of countries that have been in my room. I've had people from 156 countries in my classroom over the past 20-something years. Places like Togo and Eritrea, Côte d'Ivoire, let's see, Niger, Congo, did I say Congo already? Morocco, Tunisia, Algeria, Egypt, Iraq, Syria, Palestine, Afghanistan, Saudi Arabia, Albania, Italy, France, Germany, Switzerland, Spain, Portugal, Denmark, Russia, Ukraine, Moldova, Belarus, China, Japan, Korea, Taiwan, Thailand, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia. That's just a few. It's a great job to have, actually. So I'm glad this lady, this ESL teacher, one of the people from my very field, has received national recognition. I think it's great. And one of the things that the students said about her, because they interviewed her students, they love about her that she tells them that they can do anything that they set their mind to. She welcomes them. It's one of the problems when you move to a new country is you don't feel welcome. So it's important when somebody in a position of relative authority and knowledge or whatever, you know, they look to your teacher as a source of everything, really. Knowledge about the culture, the language, the ins and outs of life. And that person needs to be an encouraging resource. Now, some folks might say, well, you know, these damn foreigners are coming in this country and changing it. Well, if you say that and you really believe that and you lament immigration in the United States, you need to learn your history. This country is a nation of immigrants. And if you are of Irish extraction and you're lamenting these Mexicans coming in here, these Bangladeshi Muslim peoples coming in here, if any of you are like that, well, you know, back when your ancestors came here from Ireland, they're considered as dirty as cockroaches. And they were told not to apply for jobs. No dogs are Irishmen. It's a long tradition, sad though it may be, that the newest people to the country are usually the poorly treated ones. And even back in the 1800s, these foreigners coming here, they get more than I get. They get more help from the government than I get, and I was born here. I've been saying that since the 1800s. And it's not true. Not on a wide scale, it's not true. People come here with very little, and they work their asses off. And in 5 to 10 years, they're better off than people born here because they worked their asses off. They didn't get any handouts. They had to work for it just like everybody else. And a lot of these people, they left very lucrative or high positions in their countries because of war or political persecution to come to this country, and they got to start all over again. I've had many a student like that. I once had a Russian physicist who was cleaning bathrooms at the local General Electric in Lynn. Physicist, cleaning bathrooms, had to start over again. Doctors and nurses and lawyers, they come to this country and all their education, all their degrees and training and all that doesn't matter at all. They got to go through it all over again.